From Columbus, Ohio, this is the Get Business Credit YouTube channel with your host, Josh Van Horn. Subscribe now and hit the bell notification right now to stay up to date as soon as we release new business credit gems. Take it over, Josh.
Hey, what's up? It's Josh with the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. We have a special guest, Dimitry from Credit Repair Co. You guys might know him from past videos on GBC or Credit Josh. He's also a licensed mortgage broker in 48 states. That's not an easy task, just to let you guys know. Most mortgage brokers are only licensed in the state that they're in, but he took the test and was able to get licensed in so many states. I think 48, right, Dimitry?
That is correct. Yes. Hi, Josh.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
So I'm going to let Dimitry take it over, but I just want you guys to know that, me and Dimitry, I think we've known each other since 2008 or 2009. He's done credit repair for my family, not so much for me. He's done a little bit for me, but I've never really had bad credit. But he's done so much for my different family members and close friends, and probably a lot of you guys that are listening, you guys have seen results and stuff from him. So if you need any credit repair, definitely reach out to him. The information will be in the description below. But that's not what this video is about. If you want to reach out to him and his staff, that's Credit Repair Co., creditrepairco.net. I vouch, and you guys know that. You've seen past videos probably. Information will be in the description below. But Dimitry wants to bring out a business opportunity for you guys, since he's now a mortgage broker in 48 states. He wants to talk about a business opportunity. Everybody's talking about, get a lease, get an OPG Toro, get a card so you can do Toro or whatever. That's getting flooded. Everybody and their mother is doing that. And then you know what happens? All the profits get low. The more drivers, just like Uber, everything gets low. So what he's going to talk about, I'm going to let him take it over because I'm not an expert on this. I have a kind of idea about it from past things, but I'm going to let him take it over. And for those that don't know Dimitry, I want Dimitry to kind of give his background and everything, just so everybody understands who Dimitry is. I vouch for him 1,000%. He's like my brother. I've known this guy for almost 15 years now, and he's actually going to be right beside me in here within the next month or two. So with all that being said, I'll take it over. Dimitry, you take it over, right? Hey, GBC family. Sorry to interrupt the video, but a little message from our sponsor. That is NorthOne. Yep, NorthOne. You might have heard about them. The link will be in the description below, but real quick, a little bit about NorthOne. Super easy to open up a business checking account. And you know how hard that is with a lot of traditional banks. All these documents they require. Sometimes you have to go in branch, sign all these documents, provide all this information. It's a headache. With NorthOne, you can literally sign up in like 3 minutes. It's only like $10 a month. As a sponsor for GBC video, you can use the link in the description below and you'll get the first month for free. But anyways, it's only 10 bucks a month. It's so easy. You don't have to go into any branch at all. I suggest you just sign up. I haven't signed up. Proof is right there. My other company, one of my newer companies, get the NorthOne card. Easy to use. Their site's right here. I'll get into that later in another video. Sign up for NorthOne. Link will be in the description below. Thanks again. Back to our program.
Wow. Hey, everybody. What an intro, Josh. Wow. Bravo. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. It's so good to be back and talk to you. It's been a while, so I did bring a lot of good information, like we always do. And what I want to share with you today is not like business opportunity, but a business direction that I'm taking, because I don't want to sell you anything. I'm just sharing with you what I've been doing. And I was just chatting with Josh right before this video, and he showed me the stack of cards that he has. And I asked him, so a lot of your clients do get all that credit, but what do they really do with the credit? So, and I know a lot of you have ideas on what to do, and I just want to share a few of mine, what I've been doing and where I'm going. So, so how I can be of value to you. You can count on me when it comes to a couple of things. Number one is definitely personal credit. Okay, when it comes to business credit,
I vouch for him 100% on that.
yeah, when it comes to business credit, you go to Josh. But when it comes to personal credit or removing inquiries, you come to us. That's number one. Number two, since we are licensed to do loans in all 48 states, you can come to me for loans, for mortgage loans, home equity line of credits, and things of that nature. We do VA loan, FHA, conventional, anything you can think of, we can do it. But what me and Josh were talking about, we're self-employed. So we have a lot of write-offs, and our tax returns don't look really attractive to the lender. So, and that's fine if you are in this situation. I'm sitting in this house that I bought last year as a self-employed person, and it was $1.1 million purchase, and now it's been evaluated at one.
Why don't you tell them like a little background about you?
Right.
If you can kind
My
of rewind
apologies.
about that.
I'm not a speaker. I'm not a professional that know ins and outs of all the YouTube and audience. And Josh is the guru
It's
when it
okay.
comes to
It's
that.
all right.
But just to give you a little bit of a background on, I'm originally from Russia, moved to US in 2001. I graduated with honors from the top Russian college with a major in finance. Almost finished my PhD in finance, but instead of finishing, I moved to San Francisco. Had my tech company in San Francisco, had a few other businesses. I've been a general contractor for 15 years and stayed around finance all this time, and started a credit restoration company, and now kind of closed my construction business around 2009 and moved into finance again. And now I'm doing mortgage loans and actually licensing assisted living facilities in California. A lot of you are self-employed. Since we are on the GBC Get Business Credit channel, I assume that you are self-employed and you are facing the same issues that I've been facing when I was applying for this mortgage for the first property. And I can definitely guide you on how to get approved as a self-employed, because there are a couple of things that you want to prepare for. And Jeff, maybe it's important for you to know as well. You kind of want to start preparing for getting approved. What I mean by that, you want to make sure that all of your revenue is coming to one account that you're going to use. If you a DBA, like doing business as, if you're a solo proprietor, it doesn't matter, personal or business, but pick one, because the lender will only analyze one account. That's it. So if you and put all that income in there, you can actually pay to your workers from another account a little bit, so you can reduce your expenses as they see it on the account. The lender kind of takes a look at your 12 months or 24 months of bank statements, and they calculate average amount of revenue that comes into your account. And
let me ask you something though. What if you're a brand new business?
So what's been happening since the interest rates went up, the lenders are becoming more and more aggressive. And the lenders that never even thought about lending to self-employed individuals are considering that. Not only they considering lending to self-employed individuals, but they making it easier for them to get approved. So if you are self-employed and you need a loan, just comment. I'll drop the link So, but the second part of this video, besides sharing with you what I
Yeah,
can,
get into what you were talking
yeah,
about with the assisted living. How you guys can make money. I'm gonna step away for a minute because I have to use the restroom. Sorry to do that, but I'm gonna let Dimitri take over and tell you guys a hidden gem. Stop buying cars. Stop thinking about Toro and think about what he's about to tell you. Dimitri,
okay,
take it
all right.
over.
Well, yeah. So I'll tell you a little story how I actually started thinking about going into assisted living for elderly business. Um, I had two grandmas. One is on my dad's side and one is on my mom's side. And the grandma that lived with us in Russia on my mom's side lived long, long life together with us. In Russia, we don't take, we don't send our parents to assisted living facilities to die. We actually take care of them. So, and that's what has been happening with my grandma on my mom's side. She was with us in the house until she died. On my dad's side, that grandma uh, refused to come and live with us. So my dad put her in a home, in an assisted living home in Russia, where she died within 3 months. Okay, and I couldn't go back to bury her. I love her dearly, that grandma. And I couldn't go back to bury her because my paperwork was still in process in the States, so I couldn't just leave. Um, but I kind of got upset with my dad, and I mentioned to him, like, Dad, how come you couldn't get that? You couldn't pick a better facility for her. But he didn't really have much to say, about that. So I've been thinking about that for many, many years. And when I got into this house, it's a huge 5-bedroom house, and I realized it's too big for me. But how I can use this house, like I mentioned before, I got into this property in California um, as a self-employed, number one. And now I'm thinking, go and purchase. I'm in escrow, actually closing in less than 2 weeks on a second property. And what I was doing, I was working on licensing this home and converting it into a business, such as a assisted living facility for elderly. So in California, we're allowed to have up to 6 residents um, without any permits, any special permits of any kind. You don't have to go to the city, file any paperwork. You don't need to do any of that. But what you need to do is you need to get a license to run the facility. Okay. So, and that's where, I come in as well. I've done it myself. I got it licensed, you know, so I know what to do from A to Z, how to get the property licensed in California. And if you need some advice, I can definitely help you. Because it requires a couple of things, just besides the 350 pages of paperwork, including menus, activities, um, and all sorts of background check of you and your employees, insurances, and stuff like that. Like about 30 different applications, okay, that you have to submit. Besides all that, the house has certain requirements by the fire department, how it has to be safe for the residents. Okay, so that's another thing that you have to consider. Another thing you have to think about, what kind of residents you want to have in your home. Ambulatory, non-ambulatory, hospice, bedridden, all those things, they come in with certain restrictions, and in terms of how the house is supposed to be to facilitate those kind of residents. Okay, so, but the reason why I brought it up is, like I mentioned, I've been talking to Josh right before the video, and I asked him, so what do your customers do when they get those loans? I mean, so I think in this market, getting some real estate and renting it out, that's okay. You can probably break even, leasing the house out. But if you convert it into assisted living home, the numbers look totally different. I can tell you really quickly, like, for example, the business plan for this particular home, the income wise, the revenue wise, for 6 residents, let's assume we are fully leased out and all the bedrooms are leased out, and we have 6 people this is Palos Verdes area, so on average it's about 10,000 per resident. So you're talking about 50 to 60,000 in revenue monthly, okay, and the cost probably around 15 to 20,000, okay. So including mortgage, including your mortgage. So your net, or could be, or gross profit could be around 20 to 25,000 from one property. And that's the main reason why I am in escrow on the second house, because I want to get like 4 or 5 houses like this in the next year if the situation is favorable, if the rates are not too crazy and the prices are whatever. But and that's the revenue that you can expect, on average 20,000 from each house, depending on the area, of course, because in Arizona, from what I remember, you're allowed to get 10 residents, and the prices are different, like 3,000 to 4,000 per person, per resident. So the math looks a little different, but the prices of real estate is also going to be different there too. So if you want to talk more about that, I'll be more than happy to help you to get a loan if you're self-employed, to get you into the house and kind of guide you in your first steps on how to get into this particular business. Because I think you want to ask yourself as well if you're in this business just for money only, because I think it's not enough to really be successful in this business. If you're just chasing money, it's one thing, but you kind of want to come from that space of you want to help, as well. I think that makes a difference. I visited a few different facilities, and in terms of longevity of this business, I've talked to residents that live in the house for over 10 years. Okay. And, you don't have to think who's going to, pay your mortgage next month. Residents are doing that, and you're providing care. Okay. So I think it's a great business model. And that's why I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And I want to bring you some value. Hopefully you got something out of this video. Okay. And so just to sum it up, when it comes to credit restoration, you can count on us, and you can also find the link under the video in description and contact us, and we'll get back to you. Either someone from my office or me personally will get back to you. It just depends on what you want to talk about. That's number one. So credit repair. Even if your credit is good and you need a little bit of tweaking, so we can help you. Let's say if you have a lot of credit inquiries, we can help you to dispute some of those as well. And second, if you need a loan, mortgage loan, a VA, FHA, conventional, non-qualified loan, whatever, interest-only loan, ARMs are making a comeback, so I can definitely put you in a good loan, okay? Nationwide as well. So count on that. And if you have any questions about how to get started and kind of start the paperwork with assisted living facility, also we can have a conversation about that. So if you do need some credit help, like I said in the link below, just fill it out, and we have a special code only for this particular channel and for clients that come from Josh. So the part of the link of that form will say a promo code. So just type in credit Josh 777, credit Josh 777, okay, to get a special treatment, and we'll remove credit evaluation fee, and yeah, so that will definitely make a difference if you need to maybe fix your credit or remove some credit inquiries as well.
All right, you guys, just check out in the description below. You have all of Dimitri's information. Check it out. Reach out to him. He can help you out with assisted living, like he was talking to you about. It's a great opportunity. We are not financial advisors by any means. That's not what we're portraying by any means. We're just trying to give you guys the information, and what you guys do with that, that's up to you. But Dimitry is there to help you guys. And he can kind of, not only being a mortgage broker in 48 different states, he can kind of guide you for maybe your credit needs to be boosted maybe 10 or 20 points, and maybe there's something there that he can help you out with. All of his information will be in the description below. Reach out to him. He's a good guy. What I do say to him, take care of you guys. Instead of giving me a discount, take care of my viewers. You guys won't have any problems, because like we've already had, I think 40 or 50 people already hired him. He's going to do a consultation for free for you, and he'll guide you in the right direction, you know. And then maybe later down the line, when you want to buy a house in a year or two from now, he just wants you to contact him. That's all. With all that being said, again, all the information is going to be in the description below. Till next time, you guys take care. Thank you guys so much for listening. Bye-bye.